Gar Reynolds, author of Presentation Zen, says slides are slides, documents are documents, and the attempt to merge them creates a new word called a slidument. We don't want to create sliduments, and so we want to, with every slide in our deck, get to the point. What's the point of the slide? Sometimes our slides are more of a show up and throw up. There's everything we want to say on one slide. Sometimes they're full sentences. I've even seen full paragraphs. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We've got to get to the point. We want to simplify our visuals so that the visual is more of a complement instead of a distraction. Let's take this example. Customer service. I could put everything I want to say about customer service, include all the subtext. I could talk about the awards that we've won. I can talk about doing business with us on the web. I can talk about calling us on the phone. And I can talk about free delivery and give you all that information. Or I could pull the subtext off that slide, move it down to my speaker notes, or potentially take this exact slide and make it a hidden slide. And now I've got a bulleted list. Maybe even add a picture to add a little bit more dynamic dimension to that slide. Or let's take a whole new approach. Instead of that traditional bulleted approach, we see that all the time in a lot of presentations. That's where the phrase death by PowerPoint came from. It's all the bullets on the slides. Maybe we take a new approach and we create a horizontal bulleted list and we use graphics instead, like the one you're looking at here on the screen. Or maybe we go a totally different route and we create what's called a stacking technique. And we take those same four options and we stack them on the slide. Or better yet, maybe we even turn this into a story. We start with our customer in the centerpiece, and she can pick up the phone and call us, or she can get on the web and connect with us, or she can get free delivery, or she is dealing with an award-winning company. Now we turn it more into a story and there's no text on the screen. That's what I'm talking about in terms of getting to the point and keeping our slides simple. Next, let's talk about the slide title. The title has to be compelling. That's where the audience goes. They look to the title first and it directs them as to what they're seeing on that slide. Does the slide tell your audience what they're looking at? Or is it more of a generic title? We want that title to direct us as to what to look at or what to expect or what to take away from that slide. Now, another topic that comes up is, how many slides should I have? How many slides should my whole deck be? Now, it's a really tough question because there's so many options when it comes to the number of slides in our deck. Let me give you a couple. Guy Kawasaki says 10, 20, 30. And here's what he means. He said 10 slides for every 20 minutes and never use anything less than a 30-point size. And that's a good guide. That's a slide for every 2 minutes that you're speaking. Or then we'll go the opposite and we'll look at Larry Lessig, and he's more of a storyteller. He says 80 slides in a 20-minute presentation. That's a slide every 15 seconds. But the focus of his presentation is more on his visual, and he's more of the storyteller. Again, it works for him. Or we'll go back to Gar Reynolds. He wrote a book called Presentation Zen, and then he wrote a book called The Naked Presenter. And The Naked Presenter is all about presenting without slides. So maybe the answer is 0. 20 slides, 80 slides, 0 slides. There's really no hard rule that you could use when it comes to the number of slides that we use. So keep your slides simple. Make sure they tell a story. Have a title that's compelling. And use the appropriate number of slides that fits both your topic and your audience.